working on them, what they are going through. And you know it's the raining season. So if you channel part of that fund, put it in this road, and that road is liable.
She also spoke on the 8,000 naira palliative for poor households announced by the federal government.
There are certain areas that affect business, which is security number one, in terms of this 8,000 naira to 12 million households. They say they don't need that. Nigerians are resilient people. What they need is for you to provide an enabling environment where you have electricity 24/7. We have security. Then watch the child build institution, institutionalized policies. 8,000 naira, how much? What is that?
Away from that, the businesswoman who was kidnapped in Port Harcourt 9 days ago, Onyi Uba, has regained her freedom. Police spokesperson in River State, Grace Iringe Koko, said the woman was rescued during a stop and search duty at Abali Park on Friday night. SP Iringe Koko said police intercepted the vehicle and saw the victim blindfolded inside the vehicle. She said an investigation is underway to arrest the perpetrators. Recall that Onyi Uba was abducted on July 7 from her superstore at Umoni Junction in Okija Street, Mile 1, Diob, Port Harcourt. In another development, the Ohaneze Ndigbo social-cultural organization has urged President Bola Tinubu to declare a state of emergency over the sit-at-home order in the southeast. Ohaneze said declaring a state of emergency would send a strong signal to the southeast governors, who would now be compelled to find a lasting solution to the order. This is as sit-at-homes declared by the Biafra agitators Simon Ekpa continues to cripple economic activities in the southeast. Ohanese's Secretary General Okechukwu Isiguzoro says the body will not allow Simon Ekpa to destroy the economic activities of the region. Elsewhere, the lawyer to President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima, Wole Olanikbekun, has asked the Presidential Election Petition Court to dismiss the petition of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and his party. Mr. Olanikbekun, in his final written address against the petition, described the arguments and testimonies of witnesses presented by the challengers as frivolous, bogus, and based on hearsay. In his written address, he urged the court to dismiss the petition as totally lacking in merit, substance, and bona fide. He also argued that the remote contention of the petitioners that his client's election should be cancelled for not scoring 25% or 1/4 of the votes recorded in the FCT is not backed by any fact known to the law, as the use of "and" in the Constitution is conjunctive and not disjunctive. Still to come, APC's National Working Committee meets amid rumoured resignation of party's national chairman. Stay tuned. weekend, it was gathered that his resignation letter was delivered to the president by the Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma. The APC spokesman Felix Molka has yet to speak on this. The party's director of publicity, Bala Ibrahim, says he cannot deny or confirm the development. The postponed National Executive Committee (NEC) meeting of the ruling APC will be held in Abuja on Wednesday. The party's National Secretary Iyola Omishore made this known. The meeting of the second highest organ of the party is expected to be attended by President Bola Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima, the first since their inauguration. A meeting of the party's National Working Committee holds today, followed by the National Caucus meeting tomorrow to be presided over by the president. A rice producer in Rivers State, Godwin Onwaogugu, says the state of emergency declared by President Bola Tinubu on food security may not succeed if herders are not stopped from destroying farmlands. Mr. Onwaogugu, who is the chairman of the National Rice Producers, Processors, Millers and Marketers Association of Nigeria Rivers State Chapter, said this in an interview with our correspondent.
Earlier before now, agro input was at the high side, making it difficult for the farmers to access with the high cost. Now that His Excellency has proclaimed an intervention, I think there will be abundant food in the country. But for that to succeed, activities of the herdsmen should be checked. If not, no matter whatever you invest, the animals will still prey on them and the food shortages will continue to loom.
The chairman of the Rice Farmers Association said states in the South should also benefit from the pilot scheme.
We are also seizing this opportunity to call on the federal government to extend the test run to certain part of Nigeria. There is no way they will say they are test running the program with only 5 states in the north. What about the south? It should be balanced. So when that is done, at least we will all be happy.
Recall that President Tinubu on Friday declared an emergency on food security. The 10th Senate has denied padding the supplementary budget, which was passed into law last week. It followed reports that 70 billion naira was padded into the supplementary budget as a gift from the executive arm of government. A statement by the chairman Senate Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Senator Yemi Adaramodu, wondered how the purveyors arrived at such reports. He said passing laws was exclusive to lawmakers and so no gift is needed from the executive arm of government before they do their jobs. The service chiefs will today appear before the House of Representatives Other Committee set up to screen their appointment. The panel is headed by Chairman of the Committee on Defense in the 9th House, Babajimi Benson. Speaker Abbas Tajuddin said all the 8 principal officers of the House from the majority and minority parties would be part of the ad hoc committee. Starlet's Academy in Port Harcourt says it has been announced as the winner of this year's West African Quality Education Awards in the Value-Based Education category. A statement by the school said it followed a rigorous, detailed and robust assessment of applicable educational indices by the Award General Committee headed by Professor Stanley Ohehe. Speaking on this, the founder and director of Starlet's Academy, Kudo Erisia Eke, said he and the Starlet's family are delighted and encouraged by the award. He said he is grateful that the school's insistence on value-based education, in spite of the corrosion of ethics and character in society, is paying off. He said Starlet's Academy is driven by the 4 core values of respect, integrity, passion, and excellence with the motto, character first. Dr. Erisia Eke said Starlet's Academy is dedicating the award to the school management and staff for imbibing the culture of leadership and teaching by example. The statement recalled that Starlet's Academy is one of the few schools without exam malpractice, bullying, or cultism.
And now we bring you news from around the world.
A heat dome over the U.S. Southwest has translated into extreme heat warnings from coast to coast, which continues to affect more than 110 million people. Temperature records could be broken in as many as 38 cities. It comes as soaring temperatures are also hitting southern Europe and Canada is battling the worst season of wildfires in its history.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, you heard those affected by employment cancellation at Ignatius Ajuri University of Education are headed to court to challenge the decision of the Rivers State government. Police have said they are investigating the kidnap of a businesswoman in Port Harcourt. President Tinubu has submitted his final address to the Election Petition Court. APC's National Working Committee is to meet today amid rumored resignation of party's national chairman. On the foreign scene, extreme heat intensifies across America. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. Cloudy weather is expected in Port Harcourt this morning. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. My name is Efthemi Andrew. Good morning.
You are tuned in to 92.3 Nigeria Info.